Over the past 4 months, I've been playing this game called Prosperous Universe, and I've been loving it. It is a game where you build your own galactic trading empire by starting with a small base, producing one good, and then slowly growing your industrial pipeline and trading with other players and growing your logistical capacity and trying to get into a market position where you can try to have impact on an entire universe of markets. I enjoyed this game a lot, and I noticed that when I started playing that is a complete lack of people showing the gameplay loop, and that's because the gameplay loop is very slow. You maybe play it for 10 minutes a day, maybe less even. Sometimes you don't even have to look at your game for a day. I wanted to provide a video that shows what it's like to play this game for about a week, and what it's like to, once you get through the start, what it's like to actually play the game, because it's fairly complex to get into. If you guys want to have some help getting started, or you want to get a new player guide, let me know in the comments below. For those of you waiting on my second Foxhole video, it is in the works. I can tell you that I'm working on it, but you might understand that there's a lot to talk about since Airborne. So I hope you will forgive me for it not being out yet, and I hope you will have patience so that I can make the video that needs to be made rather than rushing something out. For now, enjoy Prosperous Universe, and let me know what you think. It is 27th of April. Both my ships, Payload and Shuttle Shark, have arrived at their destinations. Payload is at Verdant. Wishy was bringing me some materials. And in total, I should have all the materials necessary on Verdant right now to upgrade my payload ship into a 2x2 LCB ship. Gonna give me a lot more transportation capacity. Some other shipments have arrived, and some corporation things happening. Nothing too important. Shark, popping up some greeneries. Oh, Verdant. There's all our equipment. I don't have any repair things here, so I'm gonna have to build it first and then repair it later. It's a little bit more expensive, but I'm happy to do it. We have to make a new ship upgrade for this. Blueprints, create new. Large cargo bay kit. Should be it. Save. Good. Now we say, oh, the origin is the BP start. Target is the LCB basic. Create project. Upgrade payload. And base. Here we are. Oh, this feels good. This feels good. I have been playing. Let's check out my stats in a moment. Here we go. I wanted to start that right away. That was a big moment for me. I'm really happy about that. Let's go to the flight screen. Right now, payload is being upgraded. Perfect. So I started playing 122 days ago, which is a long time actually. It's 4 months. Always feels like it's been shorter. Prosperous Universe is it's such a simple game because you're only playing it like twice a day for 50 minutes. You're checking on everything, and then suddenly you're 4 months in, and so much is happening. And I'm really happy that payload is now being upgraded. I was looking forward to this. Having another ship at a large enough capacity to start shipping, because as you can see, this is the map of Prosperous Universe. As you can see, up here in Moria, where I'm located, I have quite a few bases, but they are scattered around quite widely. And what I've started running into right now is that to supply my entire enterprise, I'm just mostly using local market contracts to get other people to transport my stuff because I'm just running out. So finally being able to upgrade my second ship, and now saving up for a third one, I think that's got to be the next priority. Feels good. Feels good. Let's go through all the basics that I need to check. Shuttle Shark from Moria will have to go somewhere. Go back to my start. I have most of my big producing bases. Prison Carbon Sink. Water Tap on Bathis. Midway Sand is my food industries planet, making all the basic ingredients. Verdant doing all the greeneries. Thirsty doing all my chemicals for mostly the NS we need on Fresnel. Fresnel Beacon is my hydroponics plant. And Moria is of course the Citro Exchange, where exchanging all my commodities. As of right now, my current endeavor, my current plan is transforming all that greenery that I'm producing. I'm creating a lot of food and food inputs, and transforming all of that into these Pioneer bundles, which are basically consumable bundles that one Pioneer bundle gives 100 pioneer population, 10 days of food. So it just simplifies your consumable chain. And there's a lot of people that are just using like add-ons or different ways of ordering large volumes of consumables and sending it to their planets automatically. So it's not necessarily really helping anybody in that sense directly. But I do feel like there's a world where this market will grow bigger if you have access to it everywhere, instead of like right now what the standard approach is you buy bulk food and drink and you ship it to your location and that's it. But I'm wondering if I start bringing all these PBUs to all these locations that only have pioneer-type planets, whether people that might buy that instead of having to ship it all in themselves, they might just buy it locally all the time. So that's costing a lot of inputs. If we look at my burn chart, you can see that Circa, which is the manufacturing plant I'm doing it, is already out of resources today. So I'm going to have to go there. So we're going to have to fill up Shoal Shark with as much as we can in names of these producible resources. Problem is, all my own production is still on sands, or that's gonna be delayed by one shipment. I'm waiting for payload, of course. So we're gonna have to buy it, which is expensive. It's gonna get real expensive. But luckily I have a little bit of a buffer. Let me check my contracts. Contract with Squishy for different food options. See if he still delivered some no drinking water. Have some caffeine infusion, I'll take those. And do we have some food? No, we already ran out of our food contract. Interesting. All right, the rest we're going to have to buy. So we got 200 ticks of coffee. Not enough, it's only one day, so we'll have to get more of that as well. Let's start with the basics. Let's start with overalls. 170 a day. Yeah, I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to buy 1,000 of them at this price. That's good. Drink water. Nice, price has dropped. I'm actually really happy to see that. Let's start with this until we have everything else bought as well. Rations. Rations are a max price. I kind of did see it coming with my entire trade becoming this. I'm buying a lot of the raw resources that are going into food when it comes to like rationing and drink water and things like that. So I've kind of hardly expected all the prices of inputs to start rising because I'm buying it all up. Only makes sense. Only makes sense that there's not much left from the market. Let's do just 150. There we go. Not great. It's not perfect. This is not the best delivery that's going to be happening towards this destination. But it is what it is. We're just bringing what we can. I have a few days of overalls to work with. And then hopefully when my own when payload comes back after it's upgraded, it can bring all this coffee and rations. Do I have anything here? I don't have enough money to actually buy anything for Cersei. What would Cersei need? Halite, not nitrogen, not water, just halite or LST. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have enough income for it at the moment, so we're just gonna skip that step. Go straight to Circa. Unload on arrival. Oh, Circa must be in a perfect position. It's only 10 hours. That's good. Well, going. Double check on the payload upgrade just before I call it here. Here, it's created. Ah, I haven't started it. Have I? No, I haven't. Payload. Call sign start. Like the ship's inventory has to be empty. Whoops. I mean the fuel as well. Grab that. Put it into my burden stash. There we go. Payload. All paid. Must be upgrade. There we go. Nice. Built in 1 day and 5 hours. So tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be done. It will be a little bit finicky, you know, like if you look at my burn chart, I have a lot of planets that are low on resupplies, so I'm going to be running into some problems on that front. All right, that's it for now. Finance are not looking great, but that makes sense. We've been doing a lot of transportation and upgrading and not a lot of selling. As you can see here, I have 120 PBUs sitting here. About 2 million worth of food. So we'll get those to the people that need them in the next few days. Well, it is still 27th of April. It is evening now. An entire day of things happened. The ship Shuttle Shark, it has arrived at Circa. Some filled some contracts for me. But we arrived at Circa, and we dropped our inputs for the Pioneer Bundle production. Need more drink water. Need more of all of it, to be honest. But for now, we are going to load up and leave with what we have there. Grab the inventory of the Shuttle Shark. Let's grab the PBUs, toss them in there. And that already completely fills up this order. We have to drive by Cersei and drop a few off there. I'm fairly certain. Maybe not. I don't think we're in a rush with this order. We can do that next order. This order isn't in a rush. We can actually bring this home straight away. So let's bring to Moria. We have a few people we can drop off there and then bring some to Prism. We have a few different places where this is going to go. I'm really happy to see what the amount of it though. 125 PBUs means we are making it's about 2 million, a little bit over 2 million in credits that we can make from that. And as we see, I'm going to be flying so I can wake up in the morning and give it a look-see. Let's do that right about there. We'll unload. Sure, we'll unload on arrival. That's fine. Meanwhile, the other ship is still being built at Verdant. Give us a look here. Shipyard. We can see that the LCB Basic is still building. That's 16 hours to go, 17 hours. Can't wait. Tomorrow. Alright. 2 quick changes that I had to make. Other than that, I don't think there's anything interesting going on right now. We are starting to get a very high on grain on Moria itself. It needs to be sent to Prism, and I have a few people that sometimes pick up local market orders for it. And other than that, I am waiting on one guy that is supposed to be doing one transportation run from Moria to Bathis, and then picking up some of my water for me. You can see here, I have quite a little bit of water there. But let's see in the morning if all of that happened. Finance is still looking fine and dandy, spending a lot of money, but that's because we are still yet to sell anything this week. Nothing has sold. Equity is skyrocketing. I'm really happy with my movement these last few days. After I paid off all my debts, I feel like I'm in a very comfortable position right now to start growing. So let's see what happens. It is the 28th of April. Shuttle Shark has arrived at Moria with the Pioneer bundles. Let's see what other notifications we have. Someone fulfilled a delivery. One of my ads has been accepted. Hey, someone's buying the bundles. Very good, very good. Was at Valis. Very good. There you go. It is working. It is working. Running low on Bathis. That's correct. I just sent out a shipment that way. And Shuttle Shark arrived at Moria, which is good. These 25 I have promised to someone, so they're going to be sold. I am bringing, let's bring 20. Bring 20, that's good. Towards Prism. I have to go to Prism because I have way too much carbon there right now sitting stationary, and I'd like to sell it. That's about 1 million credits worth of resources sitting right there. Let's bring the remnants of this HCP, hydrocarbon plants, bring the rest with grains, fill it up. And the Shuttle Shark out to Prism. Hopefully we can do it in such a way that tonight I can already check in on it. A little bit expensive on the fuel, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Unload on arrival. There we go. Going to Prism. Other than that, let's really quickly do a small check on our current shipbuilding project. 5 more hours. Tonight it's going to be done. Tonight we have a ship. Look forward to it. Other than that, we don't have much to do right now. I have a few sales to make with the PBUs that I arrived. I will spare you the basic, the boring stuff. So I'll see you tonight. It is the 28th of April. It is 11 o'clock, and we have a new upgraded ship. Payload has reached 2k weight and 2k volume, and Shuttle Shark has arrived at Prism. Let's check our notes. Oh, a few people have been doing some deliveries. Very good. Been buying my things. Good as well. Happy to see. Very good. People are doing shipment for me. I'm super happy about that. Always makes me happy when people ship my stuff for me. That means I don't have to ship myself. Let's go to Shuttle Shark. Shuttle Shark brought up a lot of grain here for Prism, and it brought some PBUs. I need to bring back 10 of these. I made a mistake. I have one order I need to fill on Moria. Actually, I only need to bring back 5. Let's make sure we only bring back 5. I don't need to bring back more. That brings me to enough that I can fill my other order. I have another order that bought 100 PBUs on Moria, so that's in the works. And then I have good news today, where somebody ordered 178 PBUs on a 10-day basis, which means I'm almost completely sold out of all my production capacity on my PBU business. So I'm going to be expanding that the moment I get a chance. For now, Shuttle Shark will take all the coal I can get. It will bring it back to Moria, so that's just a simple flight from there. We can unload on arrival, that's fine. Let's do it in such a way. I might actually rush this, because I do need my ship active again. So I will rush this. It's going to cost me some fuel, but I'm happy to pay that. I'm happy to pay some fuel that in the morning I can actually check on the ship and get it to go where I need it to go. As you can see in the bottom left here, Circa is already almost out of supplies, and other things are also running really low. So I need as much shipping capacity as I can get. I'll pay some extra fuel for a little bit. That's okay. Let's get Shuttle Shark going. And now that payload has been upgraded at Verdant, it can carry a lot. So there's a few things we need to take care of. Here in Sand, we have a little bit of coffee and rations waiting. Not too much, but just a little bit. And I would like to bring that. Although, here at Verdant, we have a lot of grain sitting there. And herbs. Spicy herbs make a lot of money. Right now, I'm still selling them. Very soon, I will start producing kombucha with the herbs. I think that is in about 10 days. In about 10 days, my Midway Sand planet will require about 12 units of the food processors that I'm using down here. About 12 of them will have to be either repaired or destroyed to be efficient. I'm going to destroy them and replace them with fermenters, which allow me to make kombucha. So I have to make a judgment call here. Well, actually, tomorrow I'll have to make it. But I think I'm going to sell this batch of herbs, and then the next one I'll start keeping and saving up on sand for the kombucha farm that will come on that location. So for now, we're just going to grab all the herbs we can get. We're going to grab all the grain we can get. We have some shipping left, so we're going to check if there's anything on the local market that we can ship. Our own shipping order, which we need to cancel because we clearly don't have more shipping to do. And then there's a few others that are going from Verdant to Moria. We have enough left to grab one of these, two of these. So let's help someone out. Hey, it's Bergbaugesellschaft. This is a good friend of ours. Let's grab both. This means we can grab both of those contracts and take that shipment. I will take that. It's a little bit of extra income, and we're helping someone out that we know. That's in our shared space, you know. He's one of the people we work with. So we might as well help him out a bit. There we go. That's a full ship. Payload 2 or by 2. That feels so good. Knowing that this ship has been at 500 capacity for 120 days, but now it's finally at 2 by 2. Feels very good. We're not going straight to Moria. We're going by Sand just to drop off the... Actually, shit, I can't. There's nothing I can drop off there. Yeah, the coffee will have to wait. We'll come back for it. We'll go straight to Moria. I could... Wait, no. I have a good idea. Wait, look at this. Here's what we do. We drop half of the grain we were grabbing, because then, the moment if someone accepts my own local market offer for grain, we can still supply them with a 500 grain, and that gives us a little bit of space, just enough to work with, to grab the coffee here, because the coffee is the expensive part. That's the most important part, and whatever rations we can fit, we'll take those with us. But that coffee, I want to have that coffee. Not enough STL fuel. Luckily, I have a lot of fuel on Verdant. I completely forgot that you have to take out your fuel when you're upgrading a ship. I remember doing that a few days ago, but here we go. Arriving at 4 a.m. in the morning, that's useless for me. I'm up way later than 4 a.m. It's the earliest we're going to get. There's no reason for me to rush it. I'm not going to be here in like 2 or 3 hours, so... might as well do it like this. We'll not unload on arrival because we have to be selective about it, and we'll have to check in the morning what we do with that. That can start going towards Sand. Very good. That brings me to the end of this. We've accepted some contracts. Yes. So what's going to happen now is that Payload and Shuttle Shark are both going to arrive at their destination. I think tomorrow morning we're going to have Shuttle Shark at Moria already. And I think I'm going to send it right away. Hopefully someone will have paid one of the different contracts I've sent out. In the morning, I think Shadow Shark is going to Circa, taking as much with it as it can. Whatever it fits, it will take. And then when payload arrives at its hand, it's going to grab whatever coffee it can, whatever rations it can. It's also going to go to Moria. And then we're going to see about resupplying all my bases. Because as you can see, I'm starting to run low everywhere. And that's going to be a little bit of wiggling around with different options. That's it for now. And I'll see you tomorrow. It is the 29th of April. It is currently 10:45 a.m. Both of my ships have arrived, and let us see what we can do today. Lots of contracts fulfilling left and right. Farms paid the 100 Pioneer bundle, so we have lots of money. That's really good. Squish is doing some transportation. Oh, also paid off his bundle. Very good. Nice. And some transportation being done. Always good to see. Always good to see. That just means more stuff will go where I need it to go. Nice, you also gave us some water. Good, we can use that for our bundles. All right, let's see here. We have a payload on sand with a few things on it. We can try to grab this coffee at least. Oh, nice, we have space left. Oh man, it's a 2x2k ship now. Of course I have space left. Leave 100 rat to make sure that this operates, so it doesn't break down. Awesome, we can bring all of that. That's really good. Go back to Moria with payload. Now it's flying to Moria. And it is unloading on arrival this time. I have no reason to rush this. I don't know, I've started getting used to playing this game very statically in the sense of there's 2 moments in the day that I check on everything and I'm not rushing to do anything in between those 2 moments. All in all, a ship might go a little bit faster, but I don't really see a big value out of that. So Circa, Shuttle Shark just arrived at Moria and dropped off almost 1,000 carbon here. We have enough PBUs that we need to sell. We have a deal to make with King Droppo. So let's select template, sell. I think it's 9 pieces of the PBU right here on Moria. We're going to go for 19k because it's a small volume. Go. Contract. That is in. Prism we sold. We have a few left here, and we have a few left on Verdant. I think on Verdant, let's do that first, before we send off our ship. Actually, let's first send off our ship. That's the right order. Shuttle Shark needs to go, and I think it definitely needs to go to Circa. I think it's more important to keep that pumping out everything that it needs. Oh, I need fuel. Now that I have a little bit of money, let's make sure we buy a bit of bulk fuel. So here we go. Let's buy 2,500 of this. Fast and light fuel. Need less, so let's buy 1,500 of that. Yoink. Go. All right, so if we go to Circa, we can see that Circa needs a lot of different things, but none of it is the maintaining supplies. It's all just supplies for actual production. Circe itself needs halite. Maybe we're lucky and someone has it on the local market. Oh, we're not lucky. Oops. Well, there we go. More drink water. Take it. Squishy. Thank you, Squishy. Very good, very good. It means we have 2,000 drink water. Let's buy at least 2,000 extra. See what our supplies look like at that point. So we got to consumable basics, drink water, cheapest. We have to buy it at this rate. At least 2,000. See what the ship looks like after that. Fresnal needs water, which is still on its way. I won't be able to actually get water there in any other way than waiting on my current shipment that was delayed. It might fall silent for a bit. That's alright though. Sand needs caffeine and water as well. It's a little bit of a shame. Those bases might fall silent for 1 day or 2 days because of the delayed water shipment. I'll get in touch with the guy that was to do that. Let's set this all up. Caffeine. Rations, drink water. We have about 110 M3 left. This is not going to last long, to be honest, but it is all I have right now. Let's fill up the rest with 110 worth of overalls. Need them anyway. Wonder how much I can bring. Oh, I can bring a lot. I can bring a lot. 5,000? A little less. 4,000? Small optimizations to fill up all the space. Yes, this costs 500,000, but it will last me a long, long while. I'll be able to actually just stock that on the planet and leave it there. And we still have 1 million left, so we still are plenty liquid right now. Let's send the ship off to Circa. We'll get our next drop. Oh, Circa is in the prime position. This is really good. Circa being in this location allows it to be a one-day travel, where if Circa is rotated away from Moria, it's like a 1.5 day if you're at this low speed. This is really good. It's gonna help me keep this alive. Okay, there goes Shuttle Shark. Payload's coming to Moria. Now let's sell our stuff and let's do local market posts for all the PBUs. These 10 I'm leaving behind. Right, that's Durapo's order. So the carbon, I have a frequent sell tab here where I have my carbon so I can check it. Current buy sell orders are at 1200. There's a lot of bulk at 1220. But I think I'm going to just put it on 1200 and be happy with that. It's already a very good price for carbon. Put it right there. That's another 1 million if we get it. Very good. Already looking a lot healthier. Very good. A little bit of money coming in left and right. Material sales is looking healthy. Good. Oh, I'm so happy. Liabilities, it's almost zero. Only payables. So that's just perfect. That's just perfect. Equity keeps growing. We have a nice little stack of cash now, which is something I'm really happy with. Especially because I have repairs coming up. We'll go to our ZIT page. You can see we have a lot of repairs coming up. Prism, I passed the first repair tick, so that's not super efficient, but we'll have to wait. Cersei is repairing within 7 days. I think my next shipment that I can do to Cersei, I'm going to repair it as well. Sand we're letting end, but that's in 10 days. These are all getting destroyed. And then Fresnel Beacon is in 10 days, and that's going to get expensive. Look at that, 1.5 million for Fresnel Beacon repairs. Profitability-wise, everything's looking good. Finally, I'm a little bit spread out with my income, even though it's fake in a way, because almost all of this feeds my Circa planet, so it's it might look like my income is distributed, but it's really in one supply chain. Equity is looking very good. This tiny dent here is the delay of payment. It's in payables because of the 1.8 million that wasn't paid yet. It just came in today. Yeah, all of this looks good. This is the one that's most interesting for me, the inventory list, because if I go to raw, you can see a big drop here, but then you see workforce consumables, there's big spikes. So it's an interesting thing where all these raw materials are getting put into finished goods, but they're not being sold directly. So I have lots of finished goods and lots of work in progress value. Meaning the inventory is my biggest value in my entire chain. I'm just holding on to a lot of stuff. I'm very, very wide in that sense. Right, that's everything. I'll check in tonight again. It is the 29th of April. It is the evening, 9 o'clock. Both of my ships have arrived at their destination, and we have lots of notifications to get through. Pioneer bundles have been selling. Very good. That's the main business. Been getting more shipments through on all our bases. Both Squishy and SLKLS are doing their parts, which is very nice. We got a few of these Neo Strategy and Neo Expedition Manager missions. Sometimes I like to take these. Bathis, no, there's no use for me doing that. This is not useful. I don't have a ship to spare to do the planetary surveys right now, so sadly none of those are valid. Alright, some of the carbon has been selling, but not all of it yet. Far from all of it. Let's see, we are at Circa at Moria. Payload has completed its run at Moria, and I think I can best send it back to Sand with a lot of coffee. Although it could also go to Cersei, that might be worth it. I can get to Cersei with some EXO PT and some halite. Let's do the easy one first. Shuttle Shark is at Circa. We have a lot of PBUs there. Open up our cargo. Go here. Drag that all in. We are going to drop by Cersei with this ship, because we have a few orders to finish there. Don't unload on arrival, no need. Yeah, I can actually do that tonight. I'll do that tonight, but I'll include it in tomorrow's segment. In a few hours, I can check that. You do drop off there. So that's that. That's leaving right away. Okay, payload. Two options. We can put it to Cersei, which needs it most, I think. Or we can put it towards sand. Also needs sand needs water, so I need to wait for my water shipment to come in. I'm gonna go Cersei. Let's first grab Halite, EXO, and PT. I'm here for the EXO and PT already, so let's grab those. I'm happy with 45. No need for more. Let's do 45. Let's do like... Now the good thing is, I have a lot of shipment space. Normally, I would have to, like, figure out how much I can fit into this ship. But now I can easily grab, let's grab 600 at this rate. Easy. And that fits, and I still have space left. So good. Awesome. All right, let's see here. Cersei, EXO, PT uses 50 about. So I'm happy with 45. That's good. 10 days of stuff. That's the highlight. Let's grab some LST on the same trip. And some nitro... Ooh, we need kombucha as well. Let's do kombucha and let's do a little bit of everything. Let's do a little bit of everything. Just a little bit of everything. Kombucha. Nitrogen. Only take a very little LST. We'll take limestone next time. So let's run this empty. Do 670. 650 is good enough. Put that in. All right, final check. And we'll bring limestone next time. Feels good. Good enough. Let's make sure you get refueled. Here we are. And payload leaves for Cersei. We will unload on arrival. Perfect. It's gonna be fast as all hell. Use barely any fuel. That's good enough for in the morning. Go. That's both of those done. We are going to be dropping a few PBUs off at Circa. We are going to be refilling Cersei. When Shuttle Shark comes back to Moria, we're going to be filling it up again with the exact same order and sending it off again. Let's double check our order of carbon. Not selling right now, but it will. It will. We are the biggest supplier at a low price. Within time, people will buy it. Let's hope our water hurries up. We need that water. All right, that's it. See you tomorrow. It is the 30th of April. It is 10 a.m. and both ships have arrived at their destination, so I'm checking in again. Let's go over the notifications first. Corporation things. Natford has been affected. That's good. Let's pay them. I'm always grateful when people ship things for me, of course. Looks like nothing else. Let's see what happened. Payload arrived at Cersei, meaning Cersei now has 4 days of production. All we need to do is fill up the H2O and the LST when our water run comes in, which should be soon enough. Shuttle Shark also dropped by Cersei to drop off PBUs, and I already paid the person. I already sent the contract to the person that wanted those PBUs, and then it picked up some of the nutrient solution we have here, and then it brought it to Moria. So payload is going to pick up the rest of these chlorine and nutrient solution. And if we have space left, we'll also take the salt, sodium. Cersei, we can fly back to Moria. There's no reason for us to go by Circa. Nowhere else to go. Let's go to Moria. We can reset what it needs to do. I am wondering if I do a quick interjection. No. Let's do this. Check. Let's do a little bit later. Perfect. Shuttle Shark in Moria. Next target should probably be Fresnel, but we just don't have the water in-house yet. It can't survive this one day, so hopefully today the water arrives, and then tonight I can send it to Fresnel. Which means until then we can send it somewhere else. I think that somewhere else is going to be Circa again. Because I would want to send it to Sand, but again, Sand needs water. So it's not useful for me to send a ship there unless I'm also bringing the water. And I have 2,000 here, but it's not enough, really. Yeah, let's go to, one more time, we're going to go to Circa. We need drink water, we need rations. Power tools, coffee, kombucha. Have lots of coffee, lots of rations. Hey, lots. It's actually not that much. Buy quite a bit. Where'd my money go? These are all the purchases yesterday. Okay. Also could go to Prism soon. Let's do one more circa run first. The power tools and the kombucha first. Keep it alive for a while. Go. Alright, drink water. Can I do 3,000 of this and also get 3,000 rations in? The real question. Doubt it. Doubt it. 2,500. You have 500 rations total. I could really use extra volume for these shipments, so I need a little bit of extra liquidity. I need a little bit of extra money, and that is gonna be the one thing this whole business plan struggles with. Is just the sheer amount of input requirements to keep the PBUs running. Really put a damper on my total liquidity. My total liquidity is gonna be very low because of it. So much of my liquidity is going into this that it's really hard to actually find income. For instance, the next sales of PBUs that are happening in 4 days. Meaning for 4 days, I'm not going to actually make any money with these because I have to stock them up. I have a big shipment when it arrives. Yeah, we're going to drop this off. Shuttle Shark's going to go at half load capacity to Circa. Also because Circa is now in a good position, so it's a cheap flight. Oh, no longer. Oh, shit. Shame. No reason to change the plan, though. Right there, then we can check on both ships at the same time. And then when one of these comes back, I think when payload comes back, we'll send it over to Prism until we hear from sand, hear from the water. I mean, if the water order is done and we have some water, then we're gonna go send it to Fresnel and sand, and otherwise we're gonna get to Prism. That's tonight's plan. Here we are. I'll see you tonight. It is the 30th of April. It is 11:30 p.m. Both ships have arrived at their destination, and we have a lot of notifications to get through. A few things going on right now. First off, something important to let you know. Over the course of the day, someone reached out to me that there was a very well-priced bit of coffee on the market, and I couldn't help myself. I bought the entire thing. And we can see the caffeinated infusion. Oh, it's already back up, but this all the way this low dip down here for 960. That was us. We got a very good order there when the price is normally at 11. I'm happy with that. We got a lot of coffee now that we've stocked up. I'm not really sure if we're gonna use it all immediately, but I'd rather have it than not have it. Let's go over all our notifications. Space someone. Oh, the water has arrived. That's really good. It was filled. We sold the carbon. I immediately used that money to then buy that coffee. We're not necessarily any wealthier. All right, good. And both ships arrived. Let's begin with sending our ships off. That's priority numero uno. Payload is on Moria. Payload can go to Fresnel with water. I think mostly water, right? Water, a bit of PDWO, a bit of com, Bucha, a bit of overalls, a bit of an S. Lots of an S. Do all of this first. See how much we have left. Half a ship. Let's fill it up with the rest of this. There we go, that's good. And then we'll do another run later for the overalls and the PWOs and the kombucha. And anything else. Just do a raw resource run to Fresnel Beacon to keep it running, first of all. Fresnel Beacon is very badly is in a very bad orbit position right now, so it's expensive. It'll only arrive tomorrow night. The best I can do right now. Go ahead. Shuttle Shark arrived at Circa. Drop everything off. Grab these. Alright, Circa has 40 PBUs ready. We're bringing all those to Moria, bringing us to 106. That brings us to a very big stack on Moria, which will be very nice. Do we have a reason to drop by Sir C tonight? No, we just emptied Sir C out. Shuttle Shark can go over to Moria. I prefer to have it there in the morning. A little bit expensive. A bit of this. A little bit expensive, but that's fine. That way we can get to sand in time. Right, that was that. Good. This water being done means we have a few things to do. We have to send a contract to one of our guys running that water over to Fresnel on a longer timescale. We have to sell the NA, we have to sell the CL, and we have to sell the herbs. Start with the selling and I'll do the contract last. There's a very big split, which is good for us. That means it's more expensive. So let's put it in the market for 37.70. Sure. CL. Even frequently selling. Right here. Oh, it is absolutely dried up. I can get the top dollar for this. That is very good to know. That's very good. Top dollar for CL. We're not going to ask AK. That's not going to be helpful to anybody. Actually, we are, but we're going to make it 8,500. Going to sit quite a bit below it. 427. That's a really good price, man. I doubt anybody's going to pay it, to be honest. I doubt anybody's going to pay it, but I'll drop it in there. We'll see tomorrow if it gets paid. If people are not paying it, then we'll drop it slowly and slowly drop it more and more and more. 2,000 grain here on Moria. We need to ship all of that to Prism. Really starting to get backed up. A little bit of a problem. Right, contract. We have a H2 Moria to Fresnel, and it's just about 10,000 water being shipped to Fresnel from Moria. And it. He will do that whenever it suits him. That's why I had to go today myself to drop off the first batch of water so it keeps running, and then he will pick that up. Keep running with it. Okay, that's it. Tomorrow morning, we check both our ships. Hopefully some stuff sold. I'd like to have a little bit of free cash right now. I'll see you tomorrow. It is the 1st of May, it is 11 o'clock, and we are doing our check-ins. Shuttle Shark has arrived on Moria. Make sure we immediately refuel it. Get ready to send off. I have not sold any of the herbs or chlorine. We have 86 PBUs here. We have an order of 100 in 3 days, 2 days even. So we will need to drop by Circa again. Fresnel has officially run out of water. Payload will be there in 10 hours. Check our notifications. A lot. Our water shipment has been accepted. We'll pay our side of it. Hopefully Fresnel will have 15,000 water soon. Good. Emotions have passed, which is interesting. This is the political side of the game. People are withdrawing money from planets because they have to pay for the tax work they are doing. Interesting. We have some of our Pioneer bundles are being transported towards Valis, where you have 2 people that have orders. They're due in 2 days, so... And we should have some extra left that we can put up on the local market, try to get some new customers. Election on Verdant is nearing an end. I have voted one of my friends. Right. Shuttle Shark is at Moria. Where can we send Shuttle Shark? I think we have to send it to Sand with some caffeine, but I kind of... Oh, and we have water, of course, so I can bring some of the water. Yeah, actually, that's what we do. We go to Sand with some water. Maybe we continue to Verdant, grab some of this herbs and grain, and come back. Caffeine. Do a little bit of water. I can bring some maize. Good enough. Good enough fill. Ooh, we also need to go to Prism. Maybe that has priority. This has 90 calf left. Prism is full, that's 1 million right there. I need liquidity for more Circa inputs. I also need PG here, but yeah, I think payload is better to send towards sand because the volume is more needed in that direction, and the weight is needed in the direction of prism. Carbon is heavy. We need the weight more towards prism than anywhere else. So let's grab as much grain as we can. We need HCP as well, but we're in no rush for that. Grab some coffee to fill that up. We'll get HCPs later on the next resupply. Comes prism. Nice, arrives tonight. Good, arrives at around the same time as our other order. Right now I need to start becoming very economical. I have 2 planets that need a lot of repairs in 10 days, which means we need about 2 million liquid for those repairs. And I have another plan that I want. I want a new food production planet on Pallada, which is in the Moria system, to take over part of Sand's current activities. Sand is currently doing rations, drink water, and coffee. And I want Sand to start doing only coffee and kombucha, and I want a separate plan to start doing drink water and rations. That's another reason why we might let the PG and water run out on Sand and just leave it like this for now and start emptying it out and not bring new things in, because we'll need to ship it out anyway. Let's check the finances. We are positive, still in the green, very good. Equity is still growing fast, very good. 40 mil equity, I'm happy with that. Inventory keeps growing, of course. So here we see the repairs. Cersei 5 days, so that should be our next shipment with payload. Probably. Or with Shark, whatever goes towards Cersei. We'd send out this repair and it's going to cost us 300,000. We can pay that, that's fine. Sand's going to break down, that's fine. And then Fresno is the real expensive one, it's 1.5 million. That's when we're going to have to save up for a bit. But that's also in 8 days, so I need to be wary of that. Right, I guess in the evening. It is the 1st of April, it is 11:30, and both ships have arrived. Not much of what we have put on the market has sold. We have 400,000 credits. Let us check our notifications. It doesn't look like we have much new. We got the same expedition charters as usual. I don't expect anything to be in this. Nothing worth our time. We had a small trade for our herbs, but it's only one. Much. Let's check both ships. Shadow Shark is at Prism. Means Prism gets to operate for a few more days. We might switch it to pure grain after these 7 days are over. We'll see when we get there. We'll bring 1,000 carbon back to Moria. Let's do about 10:30 AM. Happy with that. I can deal with that in the morning. Payload, right on Fresno. You can see that the little bit of water that we brought over is only 2 days of production on Fresno, which indicates how much water it would take to actually keep Fresno running. SLKLS already accepted the contract and has picked up all the water shipments that we need. So I expect in the next few days Fresno will be good on water, meaning we can bring payload back. Let's bring as much of this as we can ourselves, especially these. The coffee I can set up a separate contract for. Fresno, flying to Moria, preferably tomorrow evening. Considering when the Shuttle Shark will arrive, I presume about 10 PM is good for payload. So let's send it. Final check-in. We have 86 PBU on Moria. We have a lot of greenery on Moria, which we need to start shipping. We have the 800 coffee, which we also want to start shipping. We have a little bit of water remaining. About 15,000 will be shipped to Fresno by SLKLS. These other 7,000 we're going to have to distribute among Cersei and Sand over the next few days. Circa already running low on whatever it is it needs. Probably everything. Mostly drink water though. As you can see, Sand running out of caffeine. We have about 500 caffeine sitting on Moria. We will be bringing that over tomorrow. It is the 2nd of May. Shuttle Shark has arrived at its destination. We have a lot of notifications to get through. So let's do that. Some of our goods have been selling. Fresno Beacon is low. Correct. That's water. We're waiting on that. People have been buying the Pioneer bundles. We have about 800,000. As I mentioned before, we have to be careful about the repairs. I think the only correct thing right now would be going to Sand. Because right now my coffee production is stationary, which isn't a big problem. We have a little bit of water we can bring. We need to bring some PG as well. Let's get sand out of the way. After that, we can go to other places. Get 164. So maybe I don't bring new water and new PG, and maybe I just start bulking up on drink water. How long till I make this move? 6 days. Is it worth to do 6 days of water production until I turn it off? I guess it is. I guess it is. I don't have anything better to do with it right now. Let's get some plastics. How much do we need for 6 days of production? We're using 30 a day. 180. Go for 200 to be safe. This has increased a lot in price. It used to be about around 50 per unit. Good. Let us resupply sand. Load on arrival. Arrive at 6 p.m. Let's make that about 10 so that we can do both of our ships at the same time. 9:30, that's all right. Again, no rush. Go. Water is going to Fresnel Beacon. We're coming back from Prism with some carbon, so we're going to have another million free. Wait, we already arrived from Prism. This was from this was from Fresnel. Okay. Let's sell this carbon then, shall we? I feel like we already have carbon on the market. No, it's chlorine and herbs on the market. Both are selling slowly. Very good. Take the carbon. Price of 1100. That's a really good price. The next 1000 is at 1150. I'm happy to stick below that. Let's not leave too much room. I'm happy with just 1100. I'll sell after him. I'd like the liquidity faster. Because we need inputs for those PBUs. We have another 50 here. All my deliveries for the PBUs are ready. So when tonight my ships arrive, I think it's going to be payload. Perfect. We want payload. Payload's going to Circa to pick up those PBUs and to drop them off at different locations where we need them. And tomorrow we send our big contracts for a few of these pickups. After almost 1 week of gameplay, we can see that we are profitable. 500,000 in the green. I'm really happy to see that. Probably going to be a little bit more tomorrow when we close the week. Equity is still the clean 50% that it was at the start of the week. I think next week is going to be the real interesting week. Next week is going to be a lot of different changes happening. Going to see Cersei repaired. Going to see sand changed from ration and drink water production to kombucha and coffee. Fresnel repair. And after that repair is done, the Fresnel repair, I'm going to spend all the money that is going to come in onto a new food industries planet on Pallada. Just right here. Under the nose of Moria. Food industries planet with a lot of space left. There's not a lot of people there. It's expensive to build on, but it's going to be right on the commodities exchange. It's going to be right on the commodities exchange. And it's going to be right next to Fresnel beacons. The input planet for everything the food production needs is right next to the planet that needs to make the rations and drink water. We just got a notification coming in. Oh, people are already buying. See you guys tonight. It is the 2nd of May. It is 11:20 p.m. Both ships have arrived at their destination. We have 4 million credits because everything sold. Let's check our notes. As you see, lots of contracts that I've been checking throughout the day. Sorry that most of it is not on camera, but you can take it from me that most of this has to do with Pioneer bundles. Some of them were of our pre-ordered sets, and some of them sold locally. We are looking at a large delivery of PBUs coming in to fulfill one shipment in about 3 days. Other than that, it's been spicy herb selling, it's been carbon selling, and it's been the chlorine selling at a really high price point, which was unexpected, but nice. Payload is a Moria and is going to Circa. We are spending this 4 mil on inputs for Circa and on repair supplies for Cersei. Let's start there. We need fuel. Let's invest in a large quantity of fuel right away since we have a little bit of liquidity right now. Get ourselves, perfect price and a lot at a really low price. I will buy a lot of this actually. Let's not overdo it, but I do like to get that. Not like that. We have the space on Moria? We do. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's just do it. Get it in-house. Awesome. If we go to Zit, in Zit, we ask Cersei what our repairs are. We get a nice little order here. 32 of each of the bees 32 trusses and some microgranulates. See if we have anything on Cersei. We don't. Keep this open as a window so we see what we're buying. We will go to construction, prefabs, BBH, BDE, BSE. BBH, trade, 32 at this price. BDE, trade, 32, buy. BSE, trade, 1900, 32, buy. Truss, going to be under construction parts, 32 on this price, buy. Micro granulates are going to be construction materials. Mineral construction granulates. 432. Oh, we can't do that. Let's do this. Oh, wow. We need to produce a lot more MCG. Interesting, that's on minimum. Alright, let's put that in the ship to start with. So that we know what we have available afterward. Payload arrived and dropped off lots of greens. This all should be going to sand, but of course we're changing our food industry's planet, so it's not going to sand, except for the caffeine. The caffeinated beans. Payload gives us a lot of space to work with. A lot of space for us to figure out just how much we can bring to Circa. We're going to bring as much coffee as we can. We're going to bring most of our coffee. We'll leave a little bit here for our own bases. We need both drink water and rations. PWO and PE will be supplied by contract on the planet. We don't need that. So, rations and drink water, maybe we can get 10k of each. Let's see if there's anything cheaply available. Drink water is expensive right now, close to max price. But I'll take it. Am I this greedy? No, that's too much space as well. We'll do rations. It's at max price, as expected. We will buy it at max price as well, because that does not make an impact on the value proposition of my PBUs. I still make money. Even if everything's on max price, I still make money. We can't even bring all of it. This is perfect. Completely full ship. Awesome. Awesome. And we have 1.6 million left. That's a repaired Cersei and a full belt of supplies for Circa, meaning we will be producing at least 5 to 6 days there. Great. Payload. Flies to Circa. We're going to unload there first, and then we're going to drop back to Cersei. And drop our repair stuff there. I think I will rush this order, so that in the morning I can check in on it. Don't unload on arrival, we have to separate whatever we're sending that way. Fellow Shark. From Sand. Bringing over the rations. And the coffee. I will also start bringing some of these supplies. Here is why. If we look at my warehouse on Sand, it is still completely full of stuff as well. Lots of algae, lots of mice. I need to get that all out. And I have no way to do that right now, except for just taking it on this small trip. Like, technically, we should let it run empty until this is all gone. So maybe we just let it go empty, and then we, instead of repairing, we just destroy it after. Because there's so much supply there, it's a waste. It's such a waste to have to kill it. Maybe we just stop producing drink water after this is out. And then we just keep doing food and coffee. And we bring our own drink water this way. Something like that. I'll figure it out. That shuttle shark going back to Moria. Should be fast. Early in the morning. Very good. Go here. Unload. Start. Lots of orders done. Lots of purchases done. That's Cersei repaired. That's Circa filled up. We're going to be bringing PBUs back for our order in 3 or 4 days. Prism is running for a while. And I think then the sand upgrade is coming, and we will drop a new planet soon after. Finance is looking very healthy now that our sales are coming through. Couldn't be happier. See you tomorrow. It is the 3rd of May. It is 10:47 a.m. Both ships have arrived at their destination. We have some notifications. Orders are filled. Nice. Our Pioneer bundles are selling. Interesting. Happy to see this. Put up the last 2 I have there now. Oh, wow. I put up PBUs for 30,000 on the exchange, and people are buying it because I'm the only supplier. When I got into the idea of making PBUs, a lot of the experienced players in my corporation were warning me that it was something people don't use because they all use a modded version of automating their inputs. I'm very very pleasantly surprised to learn that there's actually a lot of market for this product. Let's check payload. Arrived at Circa. Drop off everything except for the building supplies, which are going to Sir C. Put in the rats and the coffee. And the drink water. All of this is going to Sir C. Let's pick up all the PBUs. 64 of them, very good. Check here. Circa can now produce for 5 days, which is nice. That's actually the highest it's been all week. Really good. The payload will now go to Sir C. I'll do it a little bit quicker. It's close by. I'll check in the middle of the day on this ship. Let's go like this, 2 p.m. With that. It's Sunday after all. We have 1.8 million in the bank. Shuttle Shark is at Moria, meaning it probably just delivered all the coffee, rats. There we go. Good. We could send it straight to Circa, but I think there's other things that are more valuable. Cersei's going to get repaired now. And we're going to run out of limestone. Double check. No limestone on the market? No. It can run on just the production of halite for a little bit, though. I've sent my contracts towards Fresnel with SLKLS. That will automatically be fixed. Prism is not at 1,000 yet. Sand is the only thing running low with PWOs. After having thought about it for a little bit, I think we are going to Cersei with Shuttle Shark. Just to make sure it has both water, nitrogen, and halite and LST to keep producing. And also bring some repair kits, some overalls, some rations. Just top it off a little bit. Start with that part of the equation. Some halite and limestone. They're equal in sizing, so let's just... I think they can both fit anyway, if we do it like this. That gives us about 600 M3. We're left over with plenty of weight. Yep. 300 of each. Fill it up with the rest of water. Nitrogen was looking healthy, right? Yeah, nitrogen's looking super healthy. Fill it up with water for the rest. Should be about 5 to 10 days of each. That's Shuttle Shark. Refill it with fuel. And send it off to Cersei. Arrive at 9 p.m. tonight. Sounds good. Unload all. Both ships are going to be at Cersei. It's going to be an interesting situation now. We'll probably be flying back empty. That's alright though. We are in a very good position. In about 3 days, I will be having a massive sale of PBUs, so that should be about 2 million liquidity added. New carbon coming in from Prism. We have a lot of stuff going on right now, which is great. My total liquidity is good enough. I used to feel very constrained by my shipping capacity, but now that payload has been upgraded, that's been completely relieved, meaning that I can start thinking about expanding again. I am very eager to get Padala online with a new food industries planet, so change over sand towards kombucha and coffee, get Padala on rations and drink water, and then I think the next base is going to be a water tap. We already have Bathis, which is our first water tap, which is all the way out here. I'm very much reliant on someone else picking up the shipping for that. So we will need a bigger ship in the end to pick up my water from Bathis, but that's later on. What I'm thinking is we get Padala online, we save up a little bit of money, we get a large ship for about 10 million. You have the 5 by 5,000 ships, the biggest ship. We save up for that. And when we have that, then we are going to go over here into XD space. There's a water tap on one of these planets that I want. And there's space for like a good hydroponics planet. There's space for maybe a good manufacturing planet. So I could expand my entire business in this direction, also allowing me to start producing all these Pioneer bundles and Settler bundles towards the western space here instead of just Moria. That's my long-term goal. But for now, we save up, we get all my repairs done, or we buy a plot on Padala for our factory. And we keep selling food to the universe. I'll see you guys tonight for a final check-in. And then we've completed 1 week of Prosperous Universe. It is the 3rd of May. It is 11 p.m. And we are checking out our notifications. We have 1.9 mil. Clearly seeing some contracts selling. Our bundles are selling throughout the day, which is very good. On different planets. I'm going to keep stocking them up. People are buying our PBUs on the exchange for these prices? Whoa! Oh, these are new players. These are not new players. Whoa! Whoa, that's cool. Okay, I never expected people to actually buy these everywhere. I thought I would only be able to sell it to people I had contracts with like this. Clearly, we are in a better position than I expected. Awesome. Shuttle Shark has arrived. Payload is still on its way. Shuttle Shark has resupplied Cersei. Now you can see, at the end of this week, all of these supplies have been delivered. Fresnel Beacon is on the way. SLKLS is bringing the supplies. And sand is running low by design. So we're actually in a really healthy spot. Shuttle Shark being on Cersei does mean it's gonna go back empty-handed. Everything that's left here in Cersei is here for a reason. So Shuttle Shark is just gonna go back empty-handed. I don't think it's worth it to go by Circa. There's 20 there, but I do want to leave them as well. Let's let them stack up for a bit. Shuttle Shark can just go back empty-handed. Flying empty should be good for this ship as well. Technically, it's a little bit more efficient flying empty. And let's have both ships arrive at 9 AM so that we can clean up in the morning. Very uneventful ending here. We have played for over a week. We have played Prosperous Universe for a week. We started with very little funds after our initial purchases to keep Circa running. We've produced a lot of Pioneer bundles, and we've sold them throughout the week. We've brought carbon from one planet to the Central Exchange, and we've kept selling it. And we've repaired Cersei. All in all, we've done a lot of different activities that happen in a normal week of playing Prosperous Universe. I feel like this indicates quite well what the game is like to play. And getting here only took me 120 days. I say only. It felt like a very short time. Because you played a little bit every morning, every evening, you check in throughout the day. Most of this game is really happening in the communication you have with other players and in the relationships you form as you're playing it. With my meager 7 bases, I'm now looking forward to actually expanding my business out into different directions and also different types. Currently, we're only making Pioneer bundles, but I am setting up to start building these settler bundles. So we have a secondary group of customers we can start serving with this approach. And there's so many different ways you can play Prosperous Universe. I personally like the idea of trying to go for a certain business plan and creating a brand around it so people know what I'm doing. But I have people in my network that are just going straight for the most profitable inputs and building with them. Just building plans left and right that are gonna make money no matter what, and setting it on the market and selling it like that, and not trying any harder to make it a complicated network of things. So there's different ways you can play it. It's really mostly about the logistics, about your finances, about where your money is going, where your money is not going, about working together with people, sometimes sacrificing a little bit of your own profit so you can see someone else's logistics chain come online, and then you get help from that again. I'm personally very eager to see where this game goes and what it's going to be like to play it in a year. Most of all, I'm curious to see what other people think about the game. I personally, when I started playing, experienced an extreme lack of examples of people playing this game, showing what it's like to play it. So my gamer brain that was used to playing very active games like Foxhole or RuneScape or different games that have these market dynamics on them but have a lot of active gameplay around it, it was really hard to adjust to a game that just completely stationary. There's not anything happening throughout the day unless there's a notification about something. And it was really hard to adapt, but once I got it, once I talked about it enough with people in my corporation, once I learned enough, I felt like it was one of the most fun experiences I've had. I keep looking forward to what I want to do tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening when my ships arrive. I keep looking forward to where I'm going to reposition certain bases or how I'm going to change a part of my supply chain because the price is going up or down. And I feel like that's a really fun way to play games. Strongly recommend Prosperous Universe if you're ever interested in a logistics sim or in a market sim. I think market sim is the right way to put this. EVE Online is a game like this where the game is a shell for a market simulation and the real gameplay is coming from trying to figure out what your place is in that market and how you want to play in that market. I know there's people in Prosperous Universe that are just giving out loans. There's people in Prosperous Universe that just do transportation and nothing else and make their money that way. I think there's so many options in this game on how you could play it, and I think that's one of the beauties of it. In this playthrough, you've only seen Moria space. You haven't seen all the other spaces, but there is 4 factions in total, each with their own clear focus. Even though every industry can work everywhere, different factions have different access to different planets, so you get very differing specializations forming around them. Although so far the political aspect of all this faction gameplay hasn't really been that intense yet, it will be added in. It's been on the roadmap. There is a very clear distinction that they are trying to go towards a actual politically active game as well. Finally, I appreciate you guys watching. I very much enjoyed checking in with you every morning and every evening and showing you what I'm doing. I hope you did too. And let me know if you want to see more. I might make this into a longer term thing. Maybe I check in every week. Maybe I check in once a month. And if you're like, hey, this was exactly what I needed to be convinced about the game or to actually know this isn't for me, I'd also be interested. I'd really love to know your opinion.